And this thing should park itself.
RPA activated.
Oh my God.
Please keep the distance from the vehicle.
That is very impressive. What's up? We're in LA with the Li L9. Now this is a car that you can only buy in China, but we got our hands on it today at Supercar Blondie, and trust me, this car is gonna surprise you. It's priced at around $60,000, but it's a 3-row seater. It's got like this hand gesture control system on the inside. It's got its very own large language model called MindGPT, so you can talk to it. 理想通学. It's got 5 screens. It's got 4D sound, so you can feel the sound on the inside of the car. Trust me, I got my hands on this car yesterday and I couldn't believe it. You guys might be surprised. All right, so let's start off with the brand because some of you guys might not be familiar with it. The brand is called Li Auto. They started in 2015 coming out of Beijing. So it's almost a startup. Now there's hundreds of startups in China for cars. This one, however, has stood out. They've already sold 1 million cars, and what they've been able to do is create a mobile home. So a home on wheels, because when you think of home, you think of somewhere comfortable, quiet, relaxing. It's nice on the inside. And the way that you should maybe think of this in terms of positioning is this is kind of like the Eastern version of the BMW X7. You know, top of the top SUV, priced around $85,000. This one is more affordable, and it's got some pretty crazy innovative features that I wasn't expecting when I first saw it. Let's start off with the outside. So first of all, it's pretty big, and it might not be obvious on camera, but that right there is a BMW X7, and size-wise, it's very similar. Both of these guys have 3 rows in terms of seats. You can obviously fold the back row, but when you take a look at the actual design, it's very sleek. So you got, you know, nice rims. It's got this huge 2-meter halo light. That's what they call it. It looks really good, makes it distinguishable, and you can notice that this car is something different when you see it on the road. But overall, they've kept a simple design, going for the Bauhaus design philosophy, you know? So like simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, you know? Here are all the real lights, you know, this is just a daytime running light. These are the real headlights. Up at the top, you have LiDAR because this car also has autonomous driving. And it's got this autonomous parking feature, which I'm gonna show you guys later, which I was also not expecting. Getting in closer, a logo you guys might not be familiar with from a distance, but then when you get up close, it literally just says Li. Going off to the sides, now I have a phone here, and you can control most of the car with the phone, but if I wanna put it in autonomous mode, you guys are gonna see that there's these blue lights that pop out. Let's see, you see? That lets everyone else on the road know that you're driving autonomously, you know, just in case. It also looks pretty cool. Flush mounted door handles right here. So if I press this, they come out. There you go. Running boards on the side, and get a little bit of a closer look. When I close it, just like that. Soft closing doors, very nice. All right, going to the back, you have that same kind of halo light, but this time as a tail light. Going end to end, looks very clean, very nice. So that's a rough look at the outside, basically covering all the main details. Let me know what you guys think about it, because to be honest, in person, it looks pretty good. It looks very premium. So opening this up, clean Napa leather going on everywhere. Very nice. It's like got this 2-tone going on. Black leather at the top half. Nice clean cream leather on the bottom half, and you get your first 2 screens going off over here. So this is a 15.7-inch display, and these 2 screens are 3K OLEDs. All of this is built in-house, so you have a pretty, you know, sharp, simple, almost Apple-istic like design. So look at how responsive this is. I mean, just playing around with it, you know, when you open up, for example, this door, it immediately reacts. I mean, look how fast that was. Close it up, that comes right back, it's closed. Now on your steering wheel, you have another touch screen. You can play around with this. Now this is a range extended car. They basically have a generator in the front of the car, there's no frunk, that produces more electricity to get extended range. And this car has a range of about 1,400 kilometers, which is freaking nuts if you think about it. To show you guys the Dolby Atmos, I can choose a song. Let's play this one. Yeah, that sounds really freaking good. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but like everything is vibrating. Like it's really powerful. Here, this is kind of like a Netflix, I guess, where you can choose your own show or movie. Bilibili, that's like Chinese YouTube. We'll put in Supercar Blondie. Look, apparently we have a YouTube channel. I mean, Billy channel. If this isn't us, if someone's just reposting our videos to Billy, see you in court. But I think, oh, let's see this video. This is one of the rarest and most expensive BMWs ever made. That video looks pretty interesting. So if you wanted to watch stuff like this, you basically have this on the passenger side. Obviously you don't want to distract the driver, but this will also connect to the screens in the back. In total, this car has 5 screens. 2 screens over here. These are the 3K OLEDs. This is your 3rd screen right here. 4th screen is your heads-up display over here, which is literally a full-blown screen. I'm going to show you guys in a second. And 5th screen is in the back right there. Speaking about Dolby, I can go to Iki, and let's say we want to play this movie. I can then press up here and decide what screens to display it on. So I can go on the center display, rear display, confirm. So now I'm gonna get it here. We got like a double screen, and listen to this. You feel that? The entire car is vibrating. It's crazy. I don't know if you can tell, but like, yeah, like everything's vibrating. That's nuts. This is cool. It's like an actual cinema in here. You know what this car needs is a little popcorn machine right here, you know? Just pop this so you can get some popcorn coming out. This is great. Wow, okay, that's really, really loud. It has Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, but on top of that, they went an extra step into the 4D audio so that it really feels like everything's vibrating and you're really inside the movie. Very, very cool. I was not expecting to get a full cinematic experience on the inside of the car. In here, you have some space. Nothing too interesting, you know, it's just a place for, you know, maybe putting a couple of phones or whatever you want to do. Over here, 2 wireless phone chargers, and you're going to see that all the, you know, AC vents, everything is very physical and very simple, you know? So sometimes electric cars get a little bit too fancy and they start making like everything touchscreen. I like that you can still move all these bits around. Like the door handle is very obviously physical, you know, it's right there. You have the window buttons there. I do like this. I haven't seen this before. Like some cars kind of have this, like a Ferrari SF90 has like a touchscreen bit on the lower part, but an SF90 is not $60,000. So I like this feature. So let's put this self-parking to the test. Let's actually drive it somewhere. Okay, so as I'm driving, it's looking for a parking space. It can sense all these cones. Oh.
Parking space found.
Okay.
If you need to park, please stop.
Yeah, I want to. Okay.
Auto park in progress. Mind your surroundings.
All right. Look at that. This is impressive. All right, here, I'm gonna let you go to the outside. I'm not doing anything.
Auto park in progress. Mind your surroundings.
Is that straight?
Completed.
Is that a good parking? Let's see. Look at that. That is perfectly straight. I think that was my mistake because we're in a handicap parking, but given the space, that is about as clean of a parking. I mean, that is like millimetrically perfect. Look at the side on the wheels. You have like about maybe 3 inches or 4 on the side, and then when you go to the other one, same space. Immaculate parking. You also have valet mode. So if I want to, I can go to this space, for example, and I will tell the car to park itself. So I can just press this, automatic parking, and I'll say RPA. And this thing's gonna park itself. All right. Whatever happens is not my fault. Okay, so I just hold this for 2 seconds. 1, 2. And this thing should park itself.
RPA activated.
Oh my God.
Please keep the distance from the vehicle.
That
Auto park completed.
is very impressive. All right, so jumping on the inside, first of all, have a little desk right there for whatever you want. That's for your feet. I'm gonna show you guys in just a second. Very squishy pillow on the headrest. I mean, look at the squish factor on this. Very squishy, very nice. This has a 16-point massage system going on. And what I like, you're gonna have to kind of crawl in here, is that from the back row, you can actually adjust this seat physically. So there's actually some toggles right there, which is very convenient. You know, sometimes you have to reach over to this side. It's actually on the other one. You have to reach over. Very convenient to put it over here. And what I like is that, you see this camera up here? This can actually read your hand gesture. So if I put my hand up here and I go like this, look at this.
Rear screen is opening.
Look, ready? It comes down. The OLED touchscreen. That's super cool. Now look, if I want, I can actually hover my hand like this, and what you'll see is that now I have like a mouse, and I can drag by clenching my fist and doing that, and it's very responsive. Like, this is genuinely impressive. If I want to select a movie, I just go to like this one, and I just go like a quick like this, bop, it selects it. Yeah, I mean, it's genuinely impressive. I mean, that's like really, really cool. It's got its very own large language model, so you can ask it random questions. You can ask it to plan like an entire trip to Los Angeles for you. Just like a ChatGPT, it's got its own in-house large language model. But I want to show you guys something. You ready? All right. 李想同学
What's that?
打开这个 Just by pointing upwards, the camera scanned me pointing up, and it opened this. That's freaking crazy. Now, why do they call this the queen seat? Let me show you. Ready? 李想同学
请讲。
打开皇后座位。确
即将调节到皇后座椅位置，确认调节吗？
确认。
没问题，立刻帮你调节皇后座椅。Please place your feet on the footrest.
So I put my feet there, and then this little bit comes up. Look at all this space. This is officially now a chauffeur-driven car. It's like a Maybach. Look at this. Ready? So this is the third row. Look, my knee's not even touching. I mean, this even has heated seats in the third row, and that's standard too. Most of what you see comes standard. They have the Pro version and the Ultra version. This is the Ultra. Now at the back, if I wanted even more space, I have these little toggles back here, so I can just do that. Look at all this space in the back. So if you're in the back and let's say these two guys are sleeping, you can still do this, and from the third row, you know, change the movie, pick whatever you want, and say, you know what, I want this one. There you go. So this space looks like there's nothing going on, right? I press this.
Be careful of bumping the screen.
Thank you. Now, this is both a fridge and a heater. So you can store things and cool them down to 0 degrees Celsius, or you can heat them up from 35 to 50 degrees Celsius. So for example, because this car is designed for families and comfort, and it's basically a mobile home, what they've done is that you can put things in here like baby formula, which needs to be at kind of room temperature or body temperature, and you can put different foods in here to heat them up. So 35 to 50 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees is like Dubai summer, so it gets hot in there. And what's also interesting is that even if you turn the car off and you like leave somewhere, this will continue to stay on for 24 hours. So whatever's inside will continue cooling or continue heating up. You can come back to it later. And again, that's something that I haven't seen before. We've seen some fridges over here, but I have not seen any heater and cooler being placed in the back row like this. Like, the people in the back have a surprising amount of control of what they're doing. I'm very impressed. I mean, let me know what you guys think, but don't forget you're getting all of this for $60,000, and $60K is a really, really, really good deal for what you're getting here. This is genuinely impressive. Right, driving the L9 for the first time. It's actually very pillowy. It feels, you know, like you have, you know, good suspension. Let's close it up. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, when you close it, it's super silent. It's got the double layered windows, which keeps the sound out, but it's very, very quiet. This says 0 to 105.3 seconds. Oh, that is crazy. Okay, so on the heads-up display, that right there is the little blind spot observation on a heads-up display, which I've never seen before. Wow. Look at that. It's nice in here. I mean, this feels really like a luxury car, like, you know, like a Rolls Royce or something, or like a Maybach, when everything is very, very quiet. It's comfy, it's squishy in the back. You know, this is just enjoyable. The L9 Smart Space wants to bring a more advanced driving experience with its AI assistant, the Mind GPT, self-parking, and the 5 interactive screens. Now, if you want a more techie AI overall experience, you might prefer to choose the L9. But if you're more of a driver who wants to have fun on the road and wants a traditional high-performance drive, you might prefer something like the BMW X7. For me personally, I have a BMW X6. I love BMWs, but I have to say that the Li L9 is one of the best cars I've seen this year. I was genuinely surprised all the way through, and I think that if this car ever makes it to the US market, it's gonna be a problem for US car manufacturers.